Hello friends, welcome to my channel Data Making. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to install Docker on Ubuntu 18.04 operating system. Let's get started with the installation steps. Open your browser and type Docker install. Okay, install Docker. So when you type install Docker, there will be a documentation from Docker website itself. So just look into the second hyperlink where it says a link called Ubuntu. So this is install Docker and it says here Ubuntu. There are multiple steps to install Docker on different operating system. So first we are going to look into how to install on the Ubuntu operating system. Okay, click that link. So you will open with this kind of link. So basically, Docker comes with the two flavor. One is the community edition, Docker engine for community edition, and Docker engine for enterprise edition. So we are going to go with the community edition, which is a free. So scroll down bit. So you will have a install Docker engine community. So first we are going to install using the repository. So what you need to do is just do the sudo apt-get update on your Ubuntu operating system. So open a terminal, okay, and type sudo apt get update. So once you type this, so it will ask you if the use sudo password. Just enter the password. Then it starts installing the some of the update your probably the Ubuntu repository. So once this is done, so what we are going to do is we are going to install the HTTP yes kind of packages, so that you can actually do the get the repository from the remote network, right? So and also if you want to use a wget or those type of things, we need these are the package we need actually, right? So what you are going to do is you just run this command in your terminal, copy this command. So it is sudo apt get install and all this commands, okay, curl command, everything. Okay, so basically we are going to use the curl command, so that's why we are installing this. So run this on your command prompt. So it will start installing stuff. So once this is installed, next step is what you are going to do is we are going to add a Docker official GPG key. Okay, to run that you have to get the GP key, add the GP key to the Ubuntu. You need to run this curl command. Okay, you copy this curl command from the here, and then go to the command prompt and run this. So then once you add the GPG key, verify it. How do you verify? There is a command to verify it. So that's what it is given. So sudo apt-get fingerprint, just give this ID which is there in the previous step we saw that, right? In the documentation itself that ID is given. So once you've done that, so it is verified. So now the next step is we need to actually add the Docker repository. So basically you can actually set this Docker repository so that the stable version of the Docker would be installed. Okay, so I'm going to get the stable version of the Docker engine and I'm going to install it. So you can actually specify the version also you want to install it. That we'll see in the next command. Okay, you just run this command, copy this command and run it on the terminal. So once you run this, your stable version will be added here. Docker stable version. You see here it is all getting added here. Okay. So after this, what we are going to do is basically again you update the Ubuntu repository. How do you update it? Basically package index. How do you update it? Sudo apt get update. So this will update the index, Ubuntu index, right? So just run it on the command line. Once this is finished, now we are going to install the Ubuntu. Sorry, the Docker the engine. Okay. To install that, this is a command sudo apt get install Docker CE, which is a community edition, Docker C CLI, and the container D, which is the container daemon, which is container d.io. So install all these uh, daemons using the apt get command. So run this. So it will ask you to specify yes because it's going to consume some space in your hard disk. So it say yes, say press Y and continue. So once this is done, so installation, Docker installation is done, right? So this is done, right? Now what we are going to do is basically you can check the version of the Docker which is installed. So you can, for that you just type docker space -v. You can run that command as well, or actually you can also run the command called uh, um, docker space -version. So this also will give the version. So I installed the latest version, which is 19.0.3.5. Okay, so as on uh, 29th December 2019, right? So and also there is another command called docker info, just to get the information about the Docker which we installed, Docker engine. When you run this, you get a permission error because uh, we need to provide a sudo followed by docker info command, because actually when you install a docker will create a group called docker. Under that group, the initially by default there won't be any user, right? Only group will be created. So if you want to use a command without sudo, docker command without sudo keyword, so you can add your user to the docker group so that you don't need to specify the sudo. Right now I did not add it, so I'm just providing a sudo followed by docker info, which will give this all this basic information of the docker we installed. So what is the kernel version and what is the docker version which is installed. I think it will be in the top. So right, so next thing is what you are going to do is we are going to verify whether the docker install is working fine. So for that what we do, we are going to run the docker image. There is a hello world docker image, okay, just to verify the whether the docker installation is proper. So it's going to print the docker image is just going to print the text message, right? So for that you just type a command called sudo docker space run followed by hello world, right? So once you run this, see it is going to do like this. So unable to find a image, hello world colon, basically is the image name colon the tag name which is the latest. So initially it is looking for the local image what do you say, image repository or store, but it's not available in the locally. So it is going to get it from the docker hub. Docker hub is a place where all your it's open source, right? So basically all your free images will be on the docker hub. So even you can actually build a docker image and push it in the docker hub, but you need to create a docker account for that. It is free only. So basically what it does is it's actually looked for the local, but it's not available, so it is downloaded from the docker by internet. So you actually, there is a message you see here, allow from the docker. This is the message, it is proper, and also it is saying what are the things it has done. So basically this is the when you use the docker, it is nothing but a when you say docker run and the image name, we are using the docker client, command line client, okay. So that docker client contacted the docker daemon, which is actually the kind of brain for our docker daemon. So docker daemon pull the hello world image from the docker hub, okay, and the docker daemon created docker daemon actually created a new container from the image which is downloaded, right? And also executes and also runs the executable that produces the output you running currently reading, right? Then the docker daemon stream the output to the docker client. So once the executable produces the output, that will be streamed and shown the output to the docker client, which is in the your terminal. That's what you see here. So this is how the docker installation can be done on the Ubuntu operating system. I hope this video is useful. We'll see the next video with the other docker concepts. Okay, thank you so much friends, see you in the next video. And also please subscribe my channel data making, and view my other videos and playlist in my YouTube channel. Thank you so much friends, see you in the next video.